Alright, we're back. So, 3 days have passed. It's probably, early morning? And are you still at your post, Castor, in front of the front door?
Well, I'll be pretty much spending my time sitting on the sofa, if no one else is, yes.
Okay. But,
Maybe because I sleep there as well.
Are you the nearest to the front door,
Well,
would you say?
If the sofa's near to the front door, then yes.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Morning.
Oh.
Morning!
Morning!
Morning, everyone! Morning!
And Kimiko does not require any medical attention, I imagine.
No. Well, other than psychological cushioning. Which
Love
is
and
occurring.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's for other people.
Okay.
I delegate
So-
that role to Jubei.
Actually.
No,
Assuming,
she left the bathroom, basically gone to the bedroom,
Okay.
curled up in the fetal position.
Oh,
Hasn't moved for 3 days.
Pretty much.
okay, I'm assuming Castor is the nearest, so you hear it, like, give a soft bleep, and a light above the door turn green to say it's unlocked. And then,
I kind of I don't raise my laser rifle, but it's pointing in the direction of the door as I kind of give a quick look around the room to see if anyone else is nearby.
is anyone else nearby?
I would be outside the bedroom door.
I'm inside the bedroom, talking to the captain.
Okay, so it's pretty
As
much...
Jubei does.
So it's essentially the man squad by the front door. Is
Can
what
I
I'm
see
hearing.
the front door since it's an open plan?
Well,
Um,
if Jubei's still in here, we go, psst, the door, and then just wait.
Not really.
Okay. Then I'm laying across the floor in front of the door.
Oh, okay. Well, the door is pushed open, and then obviously, because the table's there, it's, you know, there's a person that swears, and then.
Oh yeah,
Very
Could,
clever.
I
can you
forgot
make
about the coffee table.
can you make a perception, everyone who is now alert and staring at the front door?
2d6, isn't it?
Yeah, 2d6 plus whiz plus any skill bonus you have in perception.
Cool beans.
Okay.
It's just the men, isn't it, doing this? Menzies.
That's what I like to see, getting all the good rolls out at the start of the session.
I'm crap.
Yeah.
That's not too great. Okay. Jubei, you can hear a very familiar voice that you've heard before. Back on Tartarus. Basically swearing in a foreign tongue that you have. Actually, can you speak gear speak?
Nope. It's one
Okay,
of the
yeah.
few that...
So
I
So-
can.
Oh,
yeah,
funnily
so
enough.
you don't hear it though. You just hear sort of like a
You're too busy
mumbling
touching
shuffle
yourself.
and stuff. But no, you hear a familiar tone, but obviously you can't understand what they're saying. And also you hear the whine of powered servos. Just before the door is booted in, the table goes flying across the room, smashing into the kitchen area, and a heavily armoured figure is in the doorway with a giant minigun pointing inwards. I think he's got a minigun. Give me a second.
My laser rifle is being trained on him as soon as the table comes flying
Yeah,
past.
it's a heavy machine gun that is like pointing through
Yeah.
the door.
Boom would awake others, correct?
Oh
Yeah,
hell
probably.
yeah.
It's
Jubei's
sitting
just
up
going
like,
to flourish
what the-
his biggest of the 3 blades.
Okay. The armoured figure steps in. The helmeted, like, imagine this is power armor that you're looking at, and imagine it's kind of like looking at Tychus or something, but
Yeah, okay.
the armor is like pure black. Obviously, it's seen a lot of battle because there's like scarring and scorching over it.
So, Jim Raynor then.
And there's a skull scratched into the visor as well.
So,
So-
Jim Raynor then.
What? Jim...
Listen, copyright strike this man.
There's no
No,
copyright. There
I'll
is no
describe it as
copyrights here.
tigers. I'll say it looks like tigers, and then entirely exactly describe Jim Raynor.
Like Tychus.
And it looks like Jim Raynor.
Well, his weapon is more like Tychus than Jim Raynor, okay?
Okay.
Because it's got like a giant drum feed in the bottom of it. He steps into the room, swinging the weapon around, and then, rather than hear anything, you see the shoulder slump a bit, the helmet shakes, and then he turns back, and you hear like, you know the classic stormtrooper like,
Yeah.
as the external speakers are activated, it's like, yeah, they're here. Seems everything's normal. Yeah. You can come in even and use your own home. And then behind him walks a similarly quite heavily armoured, but more not power armour, more in keeping with almost like the same level as Jubei's got, maybe more form fitting, if you know what I mean. But a
Sexy armor.
yeah, basically.
At this point, Castor's going to shout in the direction of the bedroom, "Captain, what the fuck does your sister do for a living?"
And at that, Vi pushes past the heavily armoured guy with her own set of weapons. She's like dripping in weapons and is like, probably Jubei, you saw like a soft side to her. Now you're seeing the actual warrior side. Like her face is stern and cold. Her gaze is like glaring, and she just glares at the three of you in vision and goes, "Where is my sister?"
And hearing Castor scream, Oren runs out. She's okay. She's okay. She's in the bedroom. It's okay. I called you. I sent the message.
She moves over to you and looks you up and down and goes, "Don't know why he's obsessed with you. I do like that though." And then she prods your chest and then goes in the bedroom. And at that, the heavily armoured figure just sighs and like there's a hiss as he like twists the helmet and lifts it off, and you'll recognise it, Oren. It's Onlius.
Yay!
He caps it the helmet under his arm, and just sighs and goes, "Thanks, Vi. Love you too. Stupid fucking women."
Runs up. She runs up.
Oh God.
Pounces on him. Kisses his face.
all of his face,
Kisses.
just all of
Just
it.
kisses. No, his mouth mostly.
Oh my.
Kisses.
Okay.
Mostly.
Well, as you run up, he kind of smirks, and you can tell he's trying to say like a witty one-liner, and then you sort of latch onto his face.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just like,
Face.
you know,
He's in the wrong science fiction franchise.
he kisses back and then kind of pulls you away and goes, "Right, well, thanks for that. Now I'm going to have to remove this codpiece quick."
Where have you been?
In the shower.
Castor's literally standing in the middle of the room with his laser rifle down low, just with a look of "What the hell?" on his face. Just kind of looking around the room with utter like, "What?"
Onlius does look up at you, Castro, and like with a frown of like, "Wait, who the fuck is that?" And then he just like, "Meh, whatever." Well, you guys are sort of.
Take Castor aside and explain.
You guys haven't done a very good job of fortifying this. I could have gotten here without my power armor, but never mind.
You're a walking tank. I want to be a walking tank.
Then join the Hunters of the Night, mate.
But I already have a job.
Well, tough shit.
Wow.
And he just closes the door and sort of reattaches the table a bit. And now flipping over as Jubei explains to Castor who the fuck these two are. So Vi storms into the room, still with gun raised, and obviously Kimiko, you can see, well, both of Kimiko and Pavani can see the deadly seriousness in her eyes.
We don't need a separate scene for that, by the way, for me explaining that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kimiko,
Yeah.
Kimiko lets go of Fane and then just looks down in shame, sheer utter shame.
Varney has moved the hat to this end of the bed and is using it for cover as she's aiming at Vi with a finger.
Vi sighs and lifts a gun, a very big looking gun, towards you, Pavana, and goes, "Out now."
I have an obligation to my patient. I'll have to ask her if it's
Out.
okay with you, that is.
Please.
Now.
Please go, Pavani.
I'm in the other room. I just teleported.
Vi slams the door and then puts the gun away, folds her arms, obviously chest bulging, and glares at you, Kimiko.
He's just cannot look her sister in the face, and is just looking down.
And this is where... Has anyone ever witnessed how angry Italians can get?
Yes.
Yeah. Castor, you'll obviously understand every single word, but she switches to gear speak, and it's
Just
like...
a constant torrent of angry noise.
Yes. Towards Kimiko. And after a full 5 minutes, she stops, breathing hard as she catches up breath. And the gist of it is, you fucking idiot. Why'd you come here? You shouldn't have come here. Why are you here? Should have just stayed away from here forever. Now you've got yourself in the shit. Blah, 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 blah.
What? It's basically Costa's kind of standing nearby, just kind of that.
Yeah, Onlius has the same look as what you're thinking. He's like, oh shit. And Vi just like looks down at you, Kimiko, and goes, "So, what have you got to say for yourself, Kimmy?"
Apart from, I'm really sorry, ma'am.
Damn straight.
I didn't mean to apparently go on a mass killing spree.
What did I
We
say
just
about
came to
returning
get the
home?
parts.
What did I say about returning home? Don't do it. And what do? You return home. The one thing I told you never to do, apart from during the hunts of the night. But yeah. You're in big trouble.
No.
If I could ground you, I would.
Bye.
Yes?
You're a sister of mine.
Oh, why does it sound like you're going to ask me for a really big favour that I really don't want to do at the moment?
It's not really a really big favour, it's just, I think, apart from, well, I know I'm just killed a load of people, possibly gone crazy, and I thought he told me not to tell you this, but a while ago, our dad may have died, and we held a funeral. He forbid me from inviting you, and I swear I heard my dad's voice the other day.
Hold on, let me open a character sheet because I need to see what skills there are.
Oh god.
Psychic.
My money's on telekinetic RAM.
God.
You need to download more RAM.
And PDF has... bleh. PDF has died. Great, thanks. Thanks, world. There we go. There isn't really a sense motive, is there? What do we decide on? Was it
Perception?
Persuade? Was it?
Was it
No.
artist?
Maybe it'd be perception. Because you're trying to perceive into someone's... Yeah. Roll a perception, Kimiko. As Vice as this. Oh, yeah, that. Sure. Yeah, that's clearly nothing.
Magic, dude.
Okay, how do I roll for perception again? Is it?
2d6 plus wisdom plus any perception skills you may have.
I don't have any.
What? Not even a 0?
No.
That's a -1.
Feels bad, man.
8. Okay. You can tell that she's obviously being sarcastic, therefore she's holding something back from you that she's not saying.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You're sounding...
She sits on the edge of the bed and rubs her eyes and just goes, look, Dad's alive, okay?
What?
Yeah, there's no other way to tell you, he's alive.
I buried him.
No,
We had a funeral.
no, you didn't. You buried a gang member that he kind of had killed to cover up stuff. Look, Dad isn't everything you think he is. He's a fucking douche. The whole reason I left is because he was being a douche. And then, yeah, because apparently I was his failed project, he turned to you. And clearly he's fucked you up.
Oh.
I need booze. And she just gets out a hip flask and chugs a few times. Look, it's hard to explain, but Dad's owes people a lot of money, and, well, you know what it's like around here. If you get the next big thing, then you make a lot of big money. So he was trying to do that. I don't really know what he was doing with you, but with me he was trying to train like the best soldier he could and make a regime and a program to sell to the conglomerate military.
He put me in the army as well when you left.
Looks like he was doing 2.0. Great. This
Also,
she
Dad left me his account to use.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's even any money in it. She lights a cigarette and just puffs.
Well, no, that I've been putting money in it.
Oh, yeah, great. Maybe you should get your own account rather than feeding him.
Could you help me set one up?
She just suddenly grabs you and puts your head in her boobies and hugs you.
Doesn't
Face
bite it. Just hugs.
Roll for suffocation.
She's like, fine. Rushed all the way over here for this.
Sorry.
Fuck's sake.
Next time I'll make sure I'm in real better trouble.
Well, you don't know the favours I've had to call in. And the things I've got to do to make up for them. Ugh. God. And then she just spends the next hour setting up an account for you. And just having sister, woman, talky things.
Sister woman talky things.
Well, I don't know what they do. I'm
Yep.
neither a sister nor a woman.
Well, Caster's just going to be hovering around the pair, like waiting for an opportune moment to potentially ask the scary-looking badass sister about what the fuck happened to the captain.
Well, when you ask that, she... Like, a moment ago she was like soft sister, and then she glares at you in like hard soldier, I'm gonna rip your fucking balls off.
Wow.
And then she goes, look, I'll give you a debriefing in like 10 minutes. Okay? Just chill the fuck out, you wimpy little nerd.
Oh, he's just gonna kind of raise an eyebrow at that and then just walk away without saying another comment.
Probably during this time, Onlius has like parked his power armor, which is the best way to describe it, and sort of like stepped out of it because it's almost like a mini mech. And he's just in like some really like sort of skin tight black overalls because he didn't really have time to grab anything else. And he's just sitting there,
Okay.
smoking a cigar.
Can I take
Take-
a tissue sample?
Who are you saying that to?
Oh,
The
God.
one guy who is new and isn't assisted with a big gun.
Onlius.
No.
Yeah.
He looks at you really confused. What are you trying to say, tiny girl?
You're a big man.
For you.
He looks at Oren, looks at Pavane, then looks at Oren, going, "Have you been teaching her some of your tricks or something? Because it really sounds like she wants to do something to me."
Oh, only with your
Irene
consent.
just laughs a lot.
I've been learning about that a bit.
Fucking hell.
Onlius just kind of like rubs the bridge of his nose, puffs out smoke, and goes, "Look, small woman thing.
My name's Pavane.
Sure.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No,
Because
I
this is
hate,
not working.
I hate tea. Tea is the
Oh.
devil's work. Look, no, it's nice of you to offer doing that to me, but I'm not in the market right now.
That's fine. I can ask Oren later. See ya.
I
Walk off and get my hat because I left it in the bedroom.
Irene is literally just holding her sides, laughing.
Okay. Vi comes into the room 10 minutes later, with Kimiko at her side, and she sort of stands in sort of the central area in the living room with the sofas around her, and just sort of coughs and goes, "Fall in, everyone. If you want to know what happened, then best sit down."
Kimiko sits down.
Prepare
Sit.
some tea and activate my recording.
Okay. You activate your recording, do you?
Yeah.
You sure?
I don't generally turn it off ever, so yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm wearing it.
Well, Vi gives you a hard stare, and the hat sort of lifts off of your head and moves away.
I like her.
And then
I like her.
you look up and realise that Onlius has grabbed the hat and has tossed it to Vi. And Vi is now sort of slicing it with a small knife and tearing out the cameras.
Yikes.
Oh.
And then Vi looks at Pavane with a wicked grin and goes, "I assume this is the only copy, of course. For an amateur like yourself."
Yikes.
Captain, your sister's not very nice.
Captain, would you like me to lie to your sister?
No, I would like you to be very, very truthful, and my sister is awesome.
In the proper biblical sense of the word, I suppose.
Let me get to the point.
Of course. Now that we've done playing games, and she literally just crushes the camera in her hand, and it just like falls to pieces on the floor. And then she tosses you the like torn hat back. Now then. Obviously, one of you will be used to debriefs. The rest of you probably won't. Well, one of you, I mean two of you, because Onlius is here, I forgot. And Onlius just like, yo! Probably by this point,
You're
like,
talking to me, boss?
yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that both Jubei, Kimiko, and to some degree Castor are aware how a debrief goes.
Well, that's the thing. Right. First of all, let's preface the enemy. And she just sort of shudders a bit. Sorry, not the enemy. The person in question is most probably my father. His name is Dmitry Lovewire, and he's not exactly the nicest of fellows.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I only use the term father in the fact that he spunked into my mother. he was never really a father growing up. My mother sort of mysteriously disappeared, and she uses air quotes. And then he was left to take care of us, but with a gambling addiction and a techno addiction, that kind of ran the bills up. I ended up taking over the role as parent for myself and Kimmy. And at this point, without rolling, you can see that she's like choking up a bit, and it's hard to sort of say. And Onlius, who was probably like hugging hold of her in quite tightly, has got up and is like going over to her, holding her shoulders like supportively. And you can see from the look that they give each other that there's like a very close relationship built up over the weight of years. Till she nods and he goes back to over inside. Then she continues, and he tried with me to sell me into a military program of his own devising under the acceptance of the conglomerate government. I, according to them and he, failed. And therefore it seems like he has turned his attentions to Kimiko. Now, I can't exactly say what she's been through, because it must have been completely different to what I've had experience of. But from what you've briefly told me and what Kimiko's briefly told me, it seems like they've used some sort of psychotropic, I don't know, memory alteration to bring her fears to life under strict situation and triggers, and these lead to violent outbursts. I won't worry too much about the police. In either case, they're probably being paid off or told not to investigate the matter. However, as far as my father is concerned, he will be back as long as Kimmy is in the system. He no doubt has government connections, underworld connections, and possibly many more. So as long as Kimmy is on planet, there's no safe place for her. I mean, even now he could just waltz in because his biometrics are still tied to the system. But the long and short of it is, she's no harm to you as long as the triggers don't go off. And seeing as this is the first instance I've heard of it going off, it must be that they've confined the signal or whatever it is to conglomerate space.
Now, as
Yeah.
far as, sorry to interrupt, Captain.
Yes.
However, as far as I understand the case to be, the crowd in front of you were present at time of said trigger and seemed to be relatively unscathed, which at least suggests some sort of IFF, I would have thought.
They could have just got lucky. Like I said, I don't know a lot about this. I'm just guessing and spitballing here.
Would you like some visual and audio feedback of the situation?
Problem number 2, however, is we can't leave planet for another
2 days. 2
2
days.
2 days.
When did this incident occur? Was it as soon as you
You'll have to
contacted me?
ask.
Just over, somewhere in the region of about 4 days ago, depending on the time, whatever time of day it is now.
Okay. 4 days, that's enough for him to get stuff back. Alright, fine. Till your ship is fixed, me and Onlius will stay here, and we'll see what happens.
Can he track her?
I don't know. Possibly. But I doubt he's got the resources left to go off-world anytime soon, so... And I doubt they want an incident of her triggering off-world, so... I doubt they even bother sending the signal out as far out system, so...
But he
Is
knew
this-
when we got here. He knew she was here.
We hadn't been on world that long before it happened.
I suppose you're right. There is a way to track her. I'm not sure how though.
Just like looks down at herself, just like, huh? Like looking for a
Antenna?
yes, or something like that. She's just like looking for something like sticking out of her.
Well, I mean,
following.
if we turn the temperature down, she'll have two. I mean, what?
God damn it, man.
Da.
You're just making me want to quote the dwarf now. My nipples don't work. What do you mean? No matter how hard I tweak them, I just cannot pick up jazz.
Jazz FM.
Also, she looks at Onlius and says, "I'm sorry for dragging you and my sister down here."
He just shrugs and goes, "Look, I've got a threesome after this, so whatever."
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Takes his cigar from his mouth and starts smoking it as well.
He doesn't care. Vi just coughs and goes, "Anyway," and you can see she's actually quite pissed off at what Onlius was saying. I've already made the arrangements to rent the apartment opposite, in the opposite building, so we'll have a good visual of this apartment. So me and Onlius will stay over here. If anyone else wants to come, feel free. But Kimmy, you're going to have to stay here, at least.
Okay.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Look, I know that it... Okay, never mind. Without trying to... Wouldn't you want to have Kimiko with you?
Have you seen her, how good she is at sniping?
Do you have a second coffee table?
No. Funnily enough, I don't carry a coffee table around with me, hot stuff.
I can make one if you want.
Either way,
Enough.
the point stands that if anyone has seen Kimiko's skill, who do you think she learnt it from?
Her teachers at wherever place of learning she went to? Probably.
Yeah,
Meant
if you want to believe that.
Who did I get Mama from?
I don't know. A shop?
I just smirks. Yeah, sure. Shop lad. Alright.
Well, that's where you buy things. You
Yeah, if
Strange.
you say so.
woman, angry woman.
the
think she means
self-reference
Jim.
hasn't obviously translated.
Yeah,
It's
clearly
just-
not.
Oh, I'm entirely aware of what they're trying to insinuate. I just like being obtuse.
So it really only does seem like you've got one decent warrior amongst you.
I'll have you know, I was the one that rescued her from a fleeing grab cycle, of which said Dimitri was trying to steal your beloved sister.
Yeah, alright.
I think you find you weren't the only one, Glez.
I helped.
Bye.
Yes.
Are you definitely sure Father's still alive?
Yes, Kimmy.
Well, he was 4 days ago.
Oh.
Question.
Yes. One with the boobs.
If he pops up, are we tracking him down and killing him?
You
No.
won't be doing anything. I will be.
I can help.
I think I have it under control.
Alright, who wants ice cream?
Not today.
I'm watching my figures, so no. Onlius just perks up and goes, "Yeah, I'll have it."
I thought that he was. Cool. Anyone else? No? Okay. It's Maple, don't you know?
Vi just shakes her head, just looking around the group, and then turns to Kimmy and whispers, "Are you really sure you want to stay with these people? I know I
Yeah.
said you can't join the hunters, but you can still come with me if you want."
Oh.
I heard that.
You're an exception.
Oh, that's sweet and oh, sis. But they're kind of like another family as well.
Kind of messed up family, but sure.
Oh, the best ones are.
Well, with all due respect, yours is a perfect paradigm.
Eh,
He's being
Vegas and all
sarcastic.
Anyway, she stands up and looks at Onlius. "Get your armor, we're going." And then she stomps off, and he's just sitting there like, "Oh, but ice cream."
You can have it.
Oh,
I hand in
Ren.
I hand in the package.
Ooh. He grabs the package. Sounds wrong. He grabs the ice cream. Goes over to the power armor, gets in, realizes he has the ice cream, drops it,
Oh.
equips power armor, picks it up again, grabs Oren, tosses over shoulder, and goes, "Right, on my way," and then stomps off after though.
Lets him just flop. Waves at everyone. Points at Jubei. Keep her safe.
Kimiko says, "Enjoy yourself."
I think he will.
Okay.
Statistically speaking, anyway.
So the group apart minus Oren, you can do whatever preparations you want to, just, do your normal thing, go out, do whatever. I'll just describe to Oren what she sees when they get over there. The apartment that they've actually rented is like is almost like night and day compared to the one that you were just in. Like the last one was very basic. This is like over the top, like I've splashed extra money just to look cool kind of thing. And they've got like giant ammo
Seagulls.
crates. Ah, the seagulls.
Seagulls.
Ah, the seagulls. God damn it, Kimiko.
I'm sorry.
Shoot
Sorry. I would, but they're on my roof, and I don't want holes through my roof.
Yeah, they've got like giant army crates like everywhere, and you can see like there's loads of surveillance gear set up, loads of communication gear set up. It's almost like a mini like military base in this like ostentatious apartment. And as soon as you get in the door, Onlius just dumps you down. Well, not dumps you down, but puts you down, and then like almost like. You've seen the bulkheads on like submarines and stuff?
Yeah.
He basically locks one of those over the door and then gets out of his armor again. And,
Points at
yeah.
the lock on the door. Why aren't we keeping her in here again?
Because Vi, do you want to explain? Vi just sighs and like you can see her just taking off equipment, and she basically gets down to her underwear and goes, "Look." And she turns around, and she's got a very voluptuous form.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, like
Yep.
big ha-has and a nice butt, very
Good.
toned and that sort of thing.
Oren nods in appreciation. Very nice.
She just goes, "Look, the best way to sniff out a rat is to lay a trap. Kimiko's the cheese, we're the trap. So,
She was a
and
woman.
with
As long as
this
the
rat,
cheese is safe.
the cheese will be safe, of course." And then she just pats like a massive sniper rifle up on the wall. This isn't for display, you know.
Ooh.
And like this thing looks like it should be on like some sort of airship, like a ship or something. That's how big it is.
You make it sound like a fucking PTRD.
Well, it's almost like a literally a tank cannon, in a way, but
Yeah, PTRD was the anti-tank rifle the Russians used in the Second World
oh,
War.
okay. I'll have to look that up later, but yeah,
I
pretty much.
will.
And she just looks you over and goes, "Right, well, surveillance gear's set up. I've got an instant link," and she taps her own head, like saying she's got a live feed. So, here comes the embarrassing part, and you just hear Onelius like chuckling behind you. And Vi kind of sighs and goes, "Look, to get him here, I promised him a threesome with us, without asking your permission, okay? So, can we just get this over with so that we can help Kimmy?"
Pulls out her whiskey. Starts undressing.
I just had this image of halfway through the words threesome, she'd already started taking clothes off.
That's pretty much what happened. She did pull out a big bottle of whiskey. Got any glasses?
"Who needs them?" Onelius says behind you, and kisses neck and shoulder, and thus begins the thing that I will not describe.
You have to roll for it.
You want me to
No.
roll for it? For fuck's
No.
Do I?
No!
Yeah.
Roll
go on.
for it. Do it.
Kim has to roll
Damn
for
it.
sexy.
Fucking hell.
sake. To be fair, yeah, Sel Bolton rolled for 60 times, so...
Yeah.
Oh god.
Damn straight he did.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
Onelius is better
Left
than...
in the chat, by the
is
way.
very, very good. And Vi is acceptable, but you can obviously tell she's not that into it.
Put your back into it.
You like my boobies.
But it's suitable.
Suitable.
So,
Serviceable.
from Vi's side, it's suitable. From Onelius's side, is like,
Christmas.
yes. If that's what... Yeah, sure.
Damn straight.
Space Christmas.
Space Christmas!
I read it's gonna make it the best space Christmas ever.
I'm sure Onelius will provide that... No, I'm not going to
No!
say it. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, so... Anyway, well... several hours go by, and... You know, you three over there are doing your thing. What is the rest of the party doing while the hours tick by? Are you just readying? Are you... Fortifications?
First off, Kimiko gets up and smashes the like a thing she made after her dad's funeral.
Oh my, okay.
Alright, Adam Jensen, calm down.
Well, she did not ask for this.
Ah.
And
Love
she is also bagging up whatever stuff she has left at the house.
Okay.
Well, hey,
Jubei is what Jubei does.
Yep.
And is the master of form. That's pretty much all he does.
I'm trying to salvage my hat.
Aww.
We have the technology.
Not really. I'm not trained in it, and I can't replace it because this is not conglomerate tech. So it's
Pavane.
just being sad with poking it, I suppose.
Pavane.
Captain.
I'm sorry about your hat.
Yeah, that
So
would
is the
be
seagull.
fine. It's
Suddenly
just
it-
like,
Seagull flies out the hat.
well, it is this, Captain. I have full respect for your sister and her abilities. I just think it would be proper if she would extend the same courtesy to others. That is my personal opinion, and it will not affect my performance in this mission or whatever. But I think that the information stored in my hat could have been beneficial, because I documented your entire rampage.
And
You
you
didn't
didn't
need
have
to see it, but
a backup.
well, I mean, I remember it, but other than that, no. And I was afraid that if I actually said that, yeah, I have a backup in my head, then I think she would have torn it off me. You have seemed pretty good at that. Runs in the family. Sorry. Wildly inappropriate.
I'm just gonna stand over here. Just walks up.
Well, the hours tick by. It comes to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and Oren, you get woken by like Vi leaping off the bed and running to the window. still naked, by the way.
Good.
And she's just staring down at street level. Onlis is kind of like slowly awaking beside you after being, well, yeah.
Dismissed.
Yes, Christmas. All over the place. And he's just like, whoa, what's going on? Too much movement, not enough other movement. And he just like sort of flops over and gets a cigar and starts smoking. And you just hear Vi calling from the other room. She's like, Onlius, get your fucking armour on, for God's sake. And if you were to follow him out, like, Vi is crouching on all fours by the window, staring down. And Onlius is like, oh, goes over and, like, bites into her butt cheek. And she just yelps, bangs her forehead into the glass, and then turns around and slaps him and goes, look, we're not married anymore. Go away. You've had your fun for now. Get ready. It's mission time. And he just, like, you can see he's, like, really, really hurt. And he just nods and gets in the power armor again.
Okay. Aren puts her hot pants on. And her top.
I was going to say, and nothing else.
and nothing. And a bra. Why not? Hot pants and bra. And goes over. What have you seen?
Vi just, like, points down at street level, and you can see, like, a black van pull up on an alley beside the building that Kimiko's in. And Vi just goes, I know the gangs around here, and that is certainly a vehicle of them. But that, and she points down the street, and you can see, like, sort of a hover vehicle coming along. That is something else, and that is bad news. And she quickly leaps up and grabs, like, the giant rifle. And as she grabs it, you can see, like, her muscles just bulging with the effort of the weight of it. And she, like, moves over and, like, puts it on a, like, a pre-made, what do you call it, like, resting system. So it's like a tripod and, you know, stabilizing and stuff.
Okay.
And, you see her eyes sort of, like, telescope in and out. Kind of like, it's gonna sound weird, but you know the goggles in the first Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
where he like puts them on and they glow and they sort of zoom. That's what her irises are doing.
So she's kind of like Domino from X-Men.
Maybe.
She like, yeah, because she has one eye that if she blinks a few times, it does a couple of different things. That's what I'm imagining, anyway.
Well, I'm thinking more of like a Ghost in the Shell kind of
Oh, okay.
Motoko kind of thing, where because she's got enhancements, she can like, yeah. And she's staring down the barrel, and you can see she's like shifting it slightly towards the hover vehicle.
Okay.
And her breathing slows, and she's just like, Aaron, get behind me for a second.
That's what she says, but Aren does look at her and say, thank you for coming, by the way. I'm glad you did.
She stops and turns towards you with a smirk, suddenly lunges forwards and kisses you madly and goes, look, just don't toy with Onlius, alright? I know what I said earlier was a bit harsh, but he's a good man, just... Look, I'm not getting into this now, mission time, okay?
Gotcha.
And then her breathing slows again and she turns back, staring down the barrel of it. And you guys in the other apartment have no idea what's going on. You can't see anything and there's no sort of security that's like, oh, unknown vehicle.
Can I do one thing once I've given up with the hat?
What?
I have 5 Insta panels left.
I thought you'd set them up already.
Oh,
Yeah,
I offered to. No one asked me to.
Well, we've
So-
basically been
okay.
effectively
Well, you've had
reinforcing the apartment for like a day. or however
well,
long
you've
it's
had 3 days to reinforce it, and now a couple of extra hours. So
By then, they've probably been expanded to provide some extra cover in the room. Then,
okay.
if that's okay with you.
Well, that's what I assumed happened anyway. So
Yeah, but I
was
didn't say
working on that
specifically,
assumption.
so yeah. No, but it's an assumption that you should work on if it's allowed.
I mean, if anyone is looking out the window, you will see like the giant power armor form of Onlius in an alley, like opposite.
Jubei will have probably seen it.
Yeah. Oren, there are like screens and stuff around with cameras, and you can see everything that's going on, including like a live feed of what Vi is seeing and what Onlis is seeing.
Okay.
And on those screens, you see Onlis kind of make some hand movements in his vision, and you just see Vi's vision sort of bob as she nods. And out and in some of the camera feeds, you see come out of the black van. There are like some, normal human people. You can't see Dimitri though, but they're clearly like gang members because they're like. Have you all seen the Blizzard? Is it Hero or is it Soldier? The Soldier 76 one, basically.
Yeah.
You know the Mexican gang? They look exactly like that.
Los Muertos.
Yeah, but they've
Electro tattoos.
They've got
Hell yeah.
Ranged weaponry, not bats.
Well, the dude pulls a fucking chain gun out of a pinata box.
True. There's nothing like that yet. But then
They all have AKs in that trailer.
I think so. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Because that's why he's hiding behind the pillar.
Yeah.
And he
Anyway.
comes out in bots. Yeah.
And out of the... So you probably... Well, you don't see that, but you can see Onlius making the hand signs, but you don't know what they mean. Jubei.
Okay.
That is. And out of the other hover truck, Oren, you see two large mechanical forms sort of unfold from the inside and like stomp out. Followed by Dimitri, who is kind
That's
of...
him. She's like, that's him. That's definitely him. That's your dad, right?
Vi just sighs and goes, yes, I can see him. Please, if you want to do something, please contact your friends.
Quixie pulls out her compad or gathers it from the floor where she tossed it or whatever.
Or from the other room where it was set up to record everything. I mean, what?
Ah. Okay, calls Jubei.
Hello.
We have a lot of company outside.
Aye, I've been inspecting them all morning.
Oren, you hear clicking, and if you look round, Vi's clicking at you with a hand, like, give, without taking her eyes off of what she's doing.
Passes it over.
Who am I speaking to? And it's Vi's voice.
The competent one.
Ah, good. She made the right choice. Okay, listen. We have about 6 fleshies, 2 robots, and then Dimitri. I'm going to try and take out the robots, or at least damage them, so they won't do as much damage to you guys, but the fleshies, Onlis is going to try and take them out. If any get past, I'll let you know. Just be ready.
Understood.
I haven't got an angle to the higher levels. They may have already got in through the back.
I'll be ready.
And with that, Oren, you can obviously see all of this, and the rest of you, apart from Jubei, who will be able to see Onlis like firing non-stop with his massive heavy machine gun. Just you all hear like fire erupting outside, explosions, like chaos.
Oh shit! It's kicking off.
Oren, you can actually see the giant like gun is like bucking in like Vi's like almost embrace because she's having to hug it, and like all of the right parts are jiggling on her, distracting her momentarily as she's firing. And you can see on the cameras that like there's flashes and everything like static, like marring them as this battle goes on. The gang members like yell and like move in like formation around, getting cover. Onlius like charges out and smashes the hover truck with his power armor into the building, and it sort of like makes a whine and like just bangs on the floor as the engine's cut out momentarily. And he's just like full autoing non-stop with his heavy machine gun, like down at the flesh ones, I'll say, the flesh targets. Dimitri just like runs. he's like, "Oh shit!" and runs. The robots obviously don't run or take cover; they just sort of stomp round, and one takes like a. Let's have a look. Oh, Vi instantly makes punches a shell through its power supply, and it goes nuclear and just mushroom clouds in the middle of a street. Shit, dust falls from the buildings and stuff, and you guys can actually feel that blast as well. Sorry, can feel that blast as well. And she takes a couple more shots at the other one, but isn't so lucky. She clips it, knocking it off balance for a bit, but bullets spray up and blow up the hover van. Onlius has killed a couple of the flesh guys by now. He's taken a few hits, but they haven't really done anything. They've just sort of pinged off the air in front of him as a shield zips up out of nowhere and pings them off and then drops again. And there's just carnage across all the cameras and screens for about 5 minutes. And then the dust settles. The last remaining robot it's not completely destroyed, but it's disabled enough to be a non-combatant by Vi, and you can actually tell that she's done her job as she relaxes and looks around for another weapon. Onlius manages to kill 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6. One of them, one more is very badly injured, and the other one is just ran. The guys in the apartment, you have no contacts.
Cool.
There's nothing that is trying to bash down the door. There's nothing trying to get in through the walls or the ceiling or whatever. There's just nothing.
Good. I'll be honest.
Yeah. And
She looks half disappointed.
Vi just sighs as she looks at Oren's compound and goes, "Well, that takes care of that for now." And she just hangs up and tosses it back to Oren with hands on hips and looks at her and goes, "Well, I hate to say it, but that was easier than I thought. Clearly they're not funding him as well."
Would Oren have known who the gang were? Any kind of symbols or anything? Would she have known them?
I'll give you a culture criminal roll to try and determine. Is it culture criminal?
Yes.
Yeah, roll a culture criminal to see if you've heard of them.
Is that 2d6?
Yeah, 2d6 plus intelligence plus any modifiers you've got for culture criminal. Because obviously you are a criminal, so you would have heard of other notable gangs in other systems, but obviously because you're not from round here.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not from around these parts.
You're not from around these parts. So.
Hecha.
Oh yeah, okay. You know this gang. They're notorious loan sharks and one of the best in the conglomerate space, actually. And instead of they give you credits, and instead of getting payment back in credits, they expect new technology that they can use, or weapons, or some sort of material goods rather than just money. And that's how they've become so powerful, because people have just gone, "Oh yeah, I'll have 1,000 credits," and then they go, "Yeah, well, we want a bomb."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Shit, we've got to give them a bomb." So.
Do they have a name?
Then the Techno Dragoons. There we go.
Okay.
I literally made that up on the spot.
It's fine.
If you couldn't tell.
It's fine. Okay.
But you've heard through the grapevine that the best way to figure out if someone's a Techno Dragon or not is to put UV light on them, because they tattoo themselves with invisible tattoos only available under ultraviolet light.
Would I know that they'd send more than just one team that we saw?
You would not know that at all.
Okay.
Because I would say that comes sort of under the pretense of Dimitri's agreement with them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Vi, you just hear like coughing and spluttering, and Vi just like falls to a knee, coughing and like hacking.
Oh.
Quite
Erin goes to her
violently.
side and puts her hand on her shoulder. You okay?
She
What's the
nods a
matter?
little and pulls her hand away, and there's blood there, and she's like, "I'll be fine. Just don't tell Kimmy." And then she gets up and quickly goes in the bathroom, and you hear like throwing up and stuff.
Okay.
Jubei, you can see Onlius sort of like scouring the street for any other threats for a few minutes after the battle ends. He goes over and finishes off the damaging robot by just like ripping out its power core, and then he grabs the injured person by the neck and drags them off to the opposite apartment building.
Do you feel in charge? Okay.
And with that, I will say let's take our second break.
Woo!
If you liked this video, please take a second to press the like button. If you'd like to see more, leave a comment below. Please subscribe to the channel to be made aware when there are more videos going up. Thank you.